This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Part 99. I'm going to break your will. I'm going to take the belt off of you. Part 99 of why Errol the Truth Spence is going to what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. I'm going to break your will. I'm going to take the belt off of you. Listen, hear me and hear me. Well, we're going to cover a conglomerate of things here. First and foremost, shout outs to Fight Hub. See, this is the stuff that I try to tell people. See, these classic dogs and these troglodytes, the Rudy Poo and the Plum Boys, the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. What they do is they try to sit here and propagate this nonsense of, oh, it has to be this boxing community versus that boxing community. It's about boxing, folks. Sweet science. The problem is folks just want to be so much a part of something and be followers instead of being natural born leaders themselves. Let me say it again. Folks want to be so much part of something and be followers instead of being natural born leaders themselves. He Knows the Sport is a natural born leader. So I don't follow, I lead. Let me say it again. I don't follow, I lead. He Knows the Sport is his own boxing community. Let me say it again. He Knows the Sport is his own boxing community. If there is such a thing. Because I lead, I don't follow. I don't follow narratives. I follow myself. I govern by myself. I told you I'm nomadic. When you're a natural born leader and a three-dimensional thinker, you follow your own wave and your own length. So shout outs to Fight Hype because they put up a video of 4 years ago being rehashed right now. Who was in the video? Errol the Truth Spence and Floyd Money Mayweather. What was said in that video? The same shit that I was trying to tell you guys. You guys don't understand how elite Errol the Truth Spence is. He gave you the game plan on how you're going to beat Shawn Constipated Porter 4 years ago. What did he say? Let's rewind and get back to the tail of the tape. He said, when you fight a guy like him, you heard Floyd Mayweather. He came in there, he said a grappler. You know what I'm saying? A brawler, a backyard brawler, a street fighter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to find a way to win. Everybody wins a different way. Basically, Floyd Mayweather was sarcastically debunking Shawn Constipated Porter. Let me say it again. Floyd Mayweather was sarcastically debunking Shawn Constipated Porter. They asked Floyd Mayweather straight up, who will win that fight between Errol the Truth Spence and Shawn Constipated Porter? Floyd Mayweather didn't hesitate. He said, come on, I sparred this dude. He gave me that work. You know, I first came into the training camp, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't Floyd Mayweather, and he gave me that instant work. Every time I try to get these guys to come in, that's what I want. I want guys to push me. He pushed me from the gate. Errol the Truth Spence, Floyd Mayweather knew that Errol the Truth Spence was the truth and there was no lies in his fist. And he made it very clear. Come on, man. Errol Spence will beat up Shawn Porter. Let me say it again. Come on, man. Errol Spence will beat up Shawn Porter. And what did Errol the Truth Spence say? I'll use a lot of angles on him. I'll sidestep his ass. Come on, did I not tell y'all that shit? How many times in this Errol the Truth Spence will bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter series did I tell you guys tactical aggression versus ineffective aggression? Did you guys not understand what I meant when I was saying that? Let me say it again. Tactical aggression versus ineffective aggression. Did you not understand what I meant when I said those things? Errol the Truth Spence gonna be sidestepping this motherfucker. He's gonna be using angles because he's an elite boxer. He's gifted, man. Come on, man. I only rocks with the best. Cause I don't settle for the rest, dog. Let me say it again. I only fucks with the best. Cause I don't settle for the rest. Cause He Knows His Sport is the best. He Knows His Sport don't deal with the rest. Let me say it again. He Knows His Sport is the best. So He Knows His Sport don't deal with the rest. So I don't got time to be sitting here and dealing with the rest when I'm the best in my own right. So I'm gonna rocks with the best. Errol the Truth Spence is the fighter of this era. It's the Spence era. You heard Richard Schaefer. He's the only other person besides He Knows the Sport to coin the phrase. So Richard Schaefer gets credit because he said it around the same time that He Knows the Sport said it. He said we ushered out of the Mayweather era and now we're into the Spence era. Let me say it again. We ushered out of the Mayweather era and now we're into the Spence era. This is what folks need to understand. And then they asked Floyd Mayweather between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. Come on, man. That's why Keith Thurman was ducking Errol Spence. Because Floyd Mayweather wanted to see what Keith Thurman was at. You want to fight me? Fight this dude. That's when we knew from the jump. That was back in 2013. We knew from the jump. Keith Thurman wasn't about that work. He was duck time, run time. Let me say it again. He wasn't about that work. He was on that duck time, run time status. Because Floyd Mayweather knew without a shadow of a doubt he wasn't going to get past Errol the Truth Spence. That's why Keith Thurman didn't want to go that route. And if you guys remember, Kenny Porter and them was like, oh, we need 10 million to fight Errol the Truth Spence. When you bring up the stakes that high, that means the fighter's that dangerous. Oof. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me rewind this because it needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me and hear me well. When you sit there and bring up the stakes as high as Kenny Porter did and said, we need $10 million to fight Errol the True Spence, that means the guy is too damn good. Now let's talk about the U.S. Olympics. Manny Robles, he was the one that trained Errol the True Spence. When fucking Kenny Porter sitting there saying, oh yeah, Errol the True Spence was trained by me. You know, I was his daddy. He wasn't doing shit. Errol the True Spence debunked that shit. He said, this motherfucker wasn't dealing with me like that. I think I worked on the pad maybe once or twice with him. Probably 3 times. Manny Robles was the guy that I dealt with. That was the guy who I fucks with. And what did Manny Robles say? He put Kenny Porter on blast. What, you think this trainer has an affinity with Errol the True Spence? Because, you know, everybody want to say somebody got affinity with Errol the True Spence, right? So you think he had affinity with him? What affinity did he have with him? Because now he sat here and talked this cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth. So now he's on the Errol the True Spence bandwagon. Get the fuck out of here. He said every time Kenny Porter was complaining about Shawn Constipated Porter getting his ass beat up against Errol the True Spence when they were sparring each other on the Olympic team. Let me say it again. Kenny Porter was complaining that Shawn Constipated Porter was getting beat up by Errol the True Spence in sparring on the U.S. Olympic team. This is what Derrick James said, man. So Errol the True Spence been whooping this motherfucker up. Sidestepping on his ass. Using them fucking angles. Because that's what elite boxers do. I told you. This is a sweet science. It's a pugilistic sport. Hit and don't get hit. The way that Shawn Constipated Porter fights, that's not a fighter. That's not a boxer. That's a backyard brawler. A street fighter. Let me say it again. That is not a fighter or a boxer. That's not a pugilist of the sport. That's what we call a backyard brawler, aka a street fighter. Professional street fighter, that is. Because you guys need to understand that. Get it through your head. That's why I've been saying throughout the anthology series of Errol the True Spence is going to what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. Tactical aggression versus ineffective aggression. The only one who was hot and bothered like grits was Shawn Constipated Porter. What? Booty boy. Let me say it again. Shawn Constipated Porter. What? Booty boy. He was hot and bothered like grits because just like Shawn Constipated Porter, like Errol the True Spence is going to body his ass September 28th. I ethered and murked his ass. From one disc video to the next. Let me say it again. Just like Errol the True Spence is going to body Shawn Constipated Porter September 28th, I ethered and murked his ass from one disc video to the next. Everybody know I definitively won. It's unquestionable. He knows the sport does not lose these types of things. Debates, disc videos, I bring that ether. That shit that make your soul burn slow. Let me say it again. I bring that ether. That shit that make your soul burn slow. What folks need to understand is this, man. And it's very clear. Derrick James is right. Because when Derrick James sat here and talked about Kenny Porter blindfolding Shawn Constipated Porter, who fucking does that in boxing? Is he going for Guinness Books of World Records? Is he going for Ripley Dare to do the weirdest shit? Because that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing here. Let me say it again. Is he going for Guinness Books of World Records? Or is he going for Ripley's Dare to do the darnest and the weirdest shit? Because boxers don't do that bullshit. When you ever seen a boxer blindfold themselves when they're training? Who does fuckery like that? What kind of training is that? That's that backyard shit that we talking about. That backyard brawling shit. That's that street fighting bullshit. Because real boxers don't do dumb shit like that. They actually just go through the phonetic ones and twos. They do go through the conventional forms of training. You heard Errol the True Spence. He told you guys. I'm on weight. Shawn Constipated Porter didn't even want to give his weight. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence said, I'm on weight. Meaning, if you weigh me right now, I'm 147 pounds. Shawn Constipated Porter didn't even want to give you his weight because he wasn't there yet, folks. So when people sit here and say weight bully, if there's such a fucking term, look at Shawn Constipated Porter. Don't look at Errol the True Spence. The man stay on weight. Stay in fucking shape. Y'all saw the weigh-in now because we jumping into the weigh-in now. Errol the True Spence was ripped. So this nonsense about Blu-ray, you know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Blu-ray, but guess what? Errol the True Spence didn't have Blu-ray 14 fights before the last 11. Let me say it again. Errol the True Spence didn't have Blu-ray 14 fights before the last 11. So there was life before Blu-ray and there would be life after Blu-ray. Again, this is not no disrespect to Blu-ray, because Blu-ray had Errol the Truth Spence in shape, ready to fucking go. But the point that I'm trying to tell you guys is Errol the Truth Spence been bulldozing niggas before Blu-ray, and he's going to bulldoze niggas after Blu-ray. So again, not a shot at Blu-ray. It's just you guys have to understand Errol the Truth Spence is special. So with or without this strength and conditioning coach, it's not going to stop the bulldozing niggas fashion. Let me say it again. With or without this strength training coach, it's not going to stop the bulldozing niggas fashion, because that's going to happen regardless. You heard Errol the Truth Spence. I'm breaking your fucking will. I'm taking that belt off of his ass. Let me say it again. I'm breaking his fucking will, and I'm taking the belt off of his ass. That's what you call bulldozing niggas fashion. I have this feeling that it's going to be a Floyd Mayweather versus a Ricky Hatton. I'm getting this vibe. I don't know why, but my whole aura, my whole being is telling me that. Because I have to go back to that 4 years ago video between Errol the Truth Spence and Floyd Mayweather when he was talking about sidestepping this motherfucker using angles. Because Shawn Constipated Porter's going to come in there with that bullshit and he going to get caught up. The jab's going to be right there. Like Mark Breland said, I said in the last video, that jab going to put that shit at bay. Because when a motherfucker fight a certain way and they don't have no skill behind it and they're constipated, you keep them at the end of their jab, dog, and sidestep their ass. You know what I'm saying? And then you beat the shit out of them with angles. Errol the Truth Spence is the best lateral fighter in the game. His lateral ability is that Bane, aka Batman movement. Let me say it again. His lateral ability is that Bane, aka Batman movement, man. That thing is off the fucking charts. And then his work rate is sick. See, this ain't gonna be no Danny Garcia holding punches. Errol the Truth Spence throw anywhere between 75 to 80 punches per fight, per round. Let me say it again. Errol the Truth Spence throws 75 to 80 punches per round. So Shawn Constipated Porter is going to get worked up. He's going to get touched up. And that body is going to be tested. Let me say it again. Shawn Constipated Porter is going to get worked up. He's going to get touched up. And that body's going to get tested, folks. Errol the Truth Spence is here to maul this dude. He's here to punish this dude. And he's here to bulldoze his ass. Let me say it again. He's here to maul this dude. He's here to punish him. And he's ready to bulldoze his ass. This fight is a one-sided beatdown affair. We bringing this home, dog. This is part 99, man. 99 is special to me. And I got 2 more I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to do 100 for the pre-fight. And like 101 Dalmatians, we doing 101 for the celebration. Let me say it again. I'm doing 100 for the pre-fight. And like 101 Dalmatians, we doing 101 for the celebration, post-fight. Because I will be celebrating. You're going to watch. And y'all better put respect on my name. He knows the sport blew up after the Mikey Garcia fight. So he knows the sport's going to super blow up after the Shawn Constipated Porter fight. Let me say it again. He knows the sport blew up after the Mikey Garcia fight. Because I said, what was the title of that video? Mikey Garcia will be demolished by Errol the Truth Spence. Wasn't it a demolishing? Yeah, I said 5th round TKO stoppage, but it didn't happen that way because Errol the Truth Spence didn't go into bulldozing niggas fashion. But he did something worse. He double wash, and triple wash this dude 120 to 107 and put this dude on a basically AWOL witness protection status. He don't know which weight class he want to land on. He don't know who he want to fight. That's the kind of beating he gave him. So I was 100% correct still. And I'm going to be 100% correct about this one because Errol the Truth Spence is going to be in line with my prediction of bulldozing niggas fashion. I'm telling you guys, man, when you rocking with the best, you don't settle for the rest, dog. When you rocking with the best, you don't settle for the rest. We don't got time to settle for this Rudy Pool and this plum brain shit. All of the Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crushers, aka Bud Light motherfuckers. All of the AARP, Manny Pacquiao, AARP retirement Pac-Man style motherfuckers. All of these haters and these damn trolls that's coming out of the woodwork. Oh, Shawn Constipated Porter's gonna have a chance. He might pull up, upset. You know, ultra fanboys. You know, he not gonna bulldoze. He not gonna bulldoze. No, Errol the Truth Spence is going to fucking bulldoze. Let me say it again. These ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, you gotta do their mouth. He not gonna bulldoze. He not gonna bulldoze. Yes, he is gonna fucking bulldoze, man. Because like he told Yella Beezy at the end of that fight, I'm going back to what? Bulldozing niggas. Let me say it again. I'm going back to what? Bulldozing niggas, man. Come September 28th, my blood is boiling, dog, because I feel a Ricky Hatton and a Mayweather vibe. I think Errol the Truth Spence is going to bulldoze this man and show us a new wrinkle. We're used to him bulldozing cats on the front foot. It may very well be a bulldozing on the back foot. And if it is on the front foot, I won't be mad. But I would like to see him bulldoze somebody on the back foot because that will make Errol the Truth Spence basically undeniable when it comes to his ability. He'll be flawless completely because he can bulldoze you on the front foot, he can bulldoze you on the back foot, and he can box you on the back foot. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me rewind this because this needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. He will bulldoze you on the front foot, he can bulldoze you on the back foot, and guess what? He can box your ass on the back foot. I have to rant a little bit on this one, man. These are the last few videos, dog. So I gotta get this motherfucker in while I can get it in. Let me say it again. I gotta get this motherfucker in while I gotta get it in. We driving the point home, folks. So y'all motherfuckers that have any doubts, remember what I told you. If you are a percentage motherfucker, you only give a percentage of yourself. Let me say it again. If you're a percentage motherfucker, you only give a percentage of yourself. Because men and women with confidence and an abundance mindset don't give percentages. We're confident. There's only a winner and a loser in a fight. 100-0. Double down on that motherfucker with confidence and fortitude. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I apply what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It busts fucking pipes, folks. This is Hino's Sport. Checking out.